हेलो एंड वेलकम टू RiffScript प्रेजेंट्स ऑल फिंगर्स एंड थम्स। आज का एपिसोड बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है क्योंकि आज तक हमने अलग अलग टाइप के एपिसोड्स पर बात की। हमने डिज़ाइनिंग पे बात की, हमने आर्टिस्ट के साथ बात की, हमने साइकोलॉजी फिलोसफी अलग अलग टॉपिक पे बात की। लेकिन आज जो है टॉपिक, उसका रूट पेरिस से, फ्रांस से है, जो जो फैशन कैपिटल के नाम से जाना जाता है। तो 19th सेंचुरी में वहाँ पर चार्ल्स वर्थ नाम के एक बंदे ने ऐसा सोचा कि भाई हम ऐसे ही कपड़े क्यों पहने, हम क्यों ना उसको कुछ डिज़ाइन करके कुछ उसमें थोड़ा फैंसी एलिमेंट डालें। तो उसने स्टार्ट किया ये टर्म फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग, जहाँ पर सबसे पहले तो उसका मीनिंग, अगर आज भी हम सोचते हैं फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग तो हमें यही लगता है कि हम सिर्फ क्लोथिंग के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक्चुअल में अभी फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग जो है वो बहुत ही एक्सपांड हो चुका है। तो जब 19th सेंचुरी में शुरू हुआ, फिर धीरे धीरे ट्रेंड बढ़ता गया और बहुत ही कॉमन हो गया कि सभी लोग, पहले बहुत ही एक्सक्लूसिव था कि बहुत ही कम लोग ऐसे फैशन को अडेप्ट कर पाते थे, लेकिन जब से कॉमन हो गया तो सबको लगा कि हाँ, हमें भी कुछ अच्छे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए, हमें भी कुछ स्टाइलिंग करना चाहिए। तो ऐसे करते करते एक्सपांड होता गया और आज हम 21st सेंचुरी में, जहाँ पर फास्ट फैशन का ट्रेंड आ रहा है, फिर इंस्टाग्राम पे और बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे अभी डिज़ाइनर्स अपना काम दिखा रहे हैं, अपने टिप्स और ट्रिक्स दे रहे हैं कि कैसे हमें खुद को स्टाइल करके रखना चाहिए। और उसमें सिर्फ कपड़े नहीं आते, उसमें आते हैं एक्सेसरीज, शूज़ और बहुत सारी चीज़ें, फुटवेयर से लेके बहुत सारी चीज़ें आती है। तो आज बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक पर हम बात करेंगे कि इसका हिस्ट्री क्या है, फिर इसका इंडियन कॉन्टेक्स्ट में सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है, और स्टाइलिंग के बारे में और जानने के लिए वी हैव एन अमेजिंग एंड टैलेंटेड गेस्ट. हर नेम इज़ जिंकल भट्ट. She did fashion designing from MSU, and she also works with various brands, and she helps them styling and in fashion designing. So it's going to be an exciting episode, and I'm really glad that she joined us today. So let's welcome her and let's get to know more. Welcome, Jinkle, to our episode. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course, it was a pleasure coming here.
हाँ, हमने बहुत सारी बातें की है, एंड आई हैव ऑलवेज बीन फैसिनेटेड, एंड थैंक्स टू ओडिसी कि हम लोग मिले और हमने बहुत सारी बातें की।
Yeah.
तो जैसे मैंने अभी डिज़ाइनिंग के बारे में थोड़ा बताया, मैंने पढ़ा भी है, और जनरली मैंने ये देखा है कि लोगों को ये पता होता है, या फिर ये अज्यूम्ड है कि फिर फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग तो फिर कपड़े और
हाँ.
कुछ नहीं और कुछ नहीं। तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा हिस्ट्री इजीली मिल जाता है कि भाई ऐसे पेरिस में स्टार्ट हुआ क्योंकि फैशन कैपिटल सबको पता है, हर एक बच्चे को पता है फैशन कैपिटल तो पेरिस। तो लेकिन स्टाइलिंग जो है बहुत ही ट्रेंडी और न्यू फील्ड है कंपेयर टू फैशन डिज़ाइनिंग, जो जो ट्रेडिशनल स्टाइल में होता है। तो स्टाइलिंग की हिस्ट्री क्या है और व्हाट इज स्टाइलिंग एक्चुअली, उसको कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे?
Okay, so first of all, this is a fashion podcast. So we know what fashion is, but there's a technical definition that I would like to give just to people who doesn't know what fashion is. So fashion is not just clothing, it is so many things. It is footwear, bags, everything is fashion. And fashion can change, it's versatile. However, fashion styling is what we are picking from fashion. Fashion is the domain. We take accessories from fashion, we take clothing from fashion, and then we create. Styling is a choice. This is my style. That is what we call as styling.
ओके। तो जैसे मतलब फैशन जब स्टार्ट हुआ तो बहुत ही एक्सक्लूसिव था, और मतलब बहुत कम मतलब होता है ना कि हाई सोसाइटी के लोग कुछ स्टाइलिश क्लोथिंग या ऐसा कुछ पहनते हैं, ऐसे सूट या ऐसे कोई ड्रेस जो कॉमन लोगों को अलग, मतलब उनसे अलग करता है, क्योंकि उनको स्टेटस चाहिए था अपना। तो दैट्स हाउ द ट्रेंड वाज। पर फिर जैसे जैसे वो कॉमन होता गया तो फिर स्टाइलिंग वर्ल्ड वाइड कैसे स्प्रेड हुआ, किस तरह से सबको पता चला कि हाँ, हम इस इन सारी चीज़ों का कॉम्बिनेशन करके भी कुछ अच्छा पहन सकते हैं?
Yeah. So recently it got popular, the word styling, but it actually started in 17th century.
Oh.
In year 1772, there was this person named Rose Bertny. She was a French milliner. Okay. Now, what do you mean by French milliner? French milliner is somebody who makes accessories, clothing. At that time, you don't say fashion designer because it's 17th century. So, Rose used to style or dress up Queen Marie Antoniote. I'm saying I'm trying to make it French. I'm trying to make it French because she was French. She is the last queen before the French Revolution.
Oh.
So Rose used to dress up queen, and that is when the whole styling started. She actually brought fashion in France, like at
Oh.
that time in 17th century. That's why we say France, Paris, and all that things. And then later on, like after a long span, it came back again in 1960. In 1960, it got caught up more, and people started more styling, and people used to edit pictures for fashion magazines,
Okay.
because in 1960 that trend has come in.
Okay.
Fashion expanded, everything started getting in, and that's when the word fashion editing happened, which is
Oh.
now fashion styling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
In 1970, we say the roots of image consultant, image consultancy. अभी
Oh.
हमने बहुत जगह पे देखा है कि इमेज कंसल्टेंसी करते हैं ये लोग. व्हाट इज इमेज कंसल्टेंसी? इट हेल्प्स यू टू क्रिएट योर इमेज in whichever way you want. For example, I went to an image consultant a while ago. I don't know why, but I went because I was just starting my fashion designing and I wanted to know what it is about. So I went there and they gave me like a brochure. They have news reporters, they have TV serial actors, and other different categories. So I was like, am I that popular? Why is she showing me that? But it's like in different categories, different image, different styling.
Oh.
So they were teaching me, they were explaining me that they actually helped a news reporter to look like a news reporter.
Oh. Okay.
So that is consultancy for image, what image you want to create at that time. And in 1975, a book came, Look for Success, Dress for Success actually, by John T. Mullay. Crazy
Again,
names.
okay. It's hard to remember.
It's hard to remember. But John actually is the author of this book. And at that time, when book is there, Dress for Success, people started to know, started to educate themselves about looks, styling. So it started from that period.
Oh.
In 1975, I guess. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
And my favorite era, 1980. Here, Ray Petrie, again another name.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say it in accent. Ray Petrie is the first and the most famous fashion stylist at that time.
Oh.
Have you heard about Buffalo style?
Hmm.
Have you heard about the brand Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ray Petrie's Buffalo brand.
Oh.
So it got popular because of his Buffalo style.
What is Buffalo style?
I'll explain you. So, you know Bob Marley?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Bob Marley has this song named Buffalo Soldier.
Okay.
It's about a soldier.
Okay.
And it's related to the war, of course.
Okay.
And it represents fierceness.
Like a buffalo. Okay.
Fierceness, rebellious.
Okay.
And from that, Ray took that inspiration and created Buffalo style, which is actually for people who are rebellious.
Okay.
For fierce look, a bit like jackets, loose pants, gothy style, a hat. So Buffalo style actually has a very technical outlook. I'll explain you how it is. It's a military jacket. Then there's a loose Levi's pants.
Okay.
And there's a belt.
Okay.
Loosened from the
I'm
hips.
imagining this.
Yeah, imagine it. And there's a hat.
Okay.
And there is like a German shoes. I don't know the actual name of what kind of shoes, but that is the whole look. Loose pants, military jacket.
Okay.
Little bit gothier. That is the Buffalo style.
Oh, okay.
He inspired many people, and it got popular in that era so much. So everyone now, whenever they hear Buffalo style, they think of Ray Petrie. In that era, actually, people knew more about fashion stylists by Armani. you know the brand Armani. So they started giving more style looks. They started giving more fashion stylists.
Oh,
They
okay.
used to style in a different way. But Ray Petrie is, of course, the star of 1980s.
So I have one T-shirt and denim short of Buffalo. So am I fierce and a rebel?
You sure are. Definitely in pink, you are very fierce. You're looking very fierce right now.
Okay, thank you for the compliment. Okay.
Because people usually think wearing pink is not fierce, but for a man, it is fierceness.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll start wearing more pink colors.
You are an Indian. You
Yeah.
are wearing a Buffalo brand. Most of the Indians are wearing Buffalo brand. So Buffalo brand came from London.
Okay.
So this guy Ray Petrie, he is basically from Scotland,
Okay.
but he went to Australia. I think I relate to him a little bit. I also move a lot. But in careers,
Okay.
in careers I move. He's moving in countries, so good for him. He's traveling good.
Okay.
He went to Australia, did not settle, and then he went to London.
Okay.
You know Camden City, Camden Street. It's
Not aware of-
amazing.
Okay.
I went there. I saw, and it's all funky. It's all rebellious. It's also very casual. It's a
Okay.
street where there's like lots of fashion, streetwear, accessories, boots, caps, hats. So he used to actually sell jewelry
Oh.
in Camden City, Camden Street in London.
Oh. Okay.
And from that, he became a fashion stylist.
He started from selling jewelry,
Yeah, in London, in Camden Street.
and then he got an inspiration to become a stylist.
Yeah, I guess London people are very stylish.
Okay. So मतलब फ्रांस से जाते जाते वो यूके तक पहुंच गया.
पहुंच गया, and he inspired and got inspired. And this is 1980s era where Ray was definitely a star. Moving to 1990s, here is the Armani era because they started with Armani Awards.
Okay.
So when there used to be Oscars, stylists used to style stars for Oscars, and that is when this happens. Met Gala is here right now, and that is when it started, 1980.
It's quite fascinating कि कुछ चीज़ें जो 100-200 साल पहले कोई एक जगह पर शुरू हुई जब इंटरनेट भी नहीं था,
नहीं था.
and it got so popular, it became so popular कि अभी पूरा वर्ल्ड, मतलब आज हम कहीं पर भी जाते हैं तो जैसे Zara, H&M सभी कंट्रीज में है, सभी अभी तो स्टेट्स भी इतने कवर कर लिए उन लोगों ने, और फास्ट फैशन तो मतलब हर कोई चाहता है कि वो अच्छा दिखे.
Yeah, which is of course ruining our planet. But I mean, yes, everyone is using that.
एंड जो तुमने वो बात की ना कि इमेज कंसल्टेंट, तो आई ऑलवेज यूज्ड टू थिंक कि इमेज कंसल्टेंट्स आर स्कैम. मुझे हमेशा लगता है कि आपको सिखाना थोड़ी पड़ता है.
I know.
You get to know about your comfort zone and your style the more you wear clothes.
Exactly. So a few days ago, I was actually watching a video. I don't know who was a YouTuber, but he was explaining this, that how you want to expand your fashion by experimenting. Of course, you have a stylist, but what, you are a layman, you cannot hire a stylist. So how do you define your own style? By experimenting. You see something on a shop and you are like, huh, it looks interesting, I want to try. You don't know for sure if that is your color, that is your silhouette, that is your cut. You wear it, you get compliments. You come to ODC, I'll tell you, you're looking good. So and then you'll be like, huh, this is what my style is. I can wear this kurta.
Yeah, I can pull it off.
I can pull it off. So that is how you know what your style is. It's definitely by experimenting. No doubt in that.
Wow. So मतलब I want to know your perspective on designing and styling and how you got into it. प्लस मुझे ये भी हमेशा क्वेश्चन रहता है कि जैसे हम जनरल पब्लिक को स्टाइलिंग के बारे में ज़्यादा पता नहीं होता, हमें टर्मिनोलॉजीज भी याद नहीं रहती, हमें सिर्फ अगर मतलब लड़कों की बात करें तो सिर्फ जीन्स टी शर्ट शर्ट ऐसी बहुत ही बेसिक चीज़ें याद रहती है, समझ में आती है. तो ऐसी कौन सी चीज़ें जो जनरली तुम्हें लगता है एज अ स्टाइलिस्ट कि जो लोगों को समझना या समझाना मुश्किल है? कुछ ऐसे टर्मिनोलॉजीज होंगे या फिर कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें जो जनरली लोग बहुत ही कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं कि ये सब क्या है, मतलब.
Okay. So, very nice. It's my favorite word, and I think most of the people know this. What is the word? I don't know if they know the meaning of that. So have you heard of haute couture? Okay, yes, not most people.
You're making me learn various words in this episode.
Haute couture is a fashion term.
Okay.
So you know about fashion walks, fashion shows. So usually, people are wearing various things everywhere. So recently, Marc Jacobs, he's a fashion designer. There was a fashion show, and like I don't know what he was trying to pertain. He was actually going for euphoria,
Okay.
but the models were bald. They made him bald, and the silhouette and garments were styled as such, which I didn't understand. A lot of people didn't. I also got few DMs when I opened my fashion page that what is this, and I'm like, hold on a second, and then I was like starting typing everything because what they are giving on the ramp, it's different than what they are selling. So usually it's high fashion. Haute couture, it's high fashion. Couture.
Couture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it came from French only, but we still have to do our research on that. I might be wrong.
Okay.
And what is going on the ramp is not for sure getting sold.
Okay.
So there is an accessible look. You cannot wear those.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
हाँ. बहुत ही complicated चीजें होती है वो रैंप पे.
Of course,
Yeah.
because that is the art. What they thought about the garment. But they also have to sell it.
Yeah.
So some designers make accessible look while making the ramp look. So that gets sales on Amazon or on their showrooms and stuff like that. So there are two looks: fashion look, like a runway look, and accessible look. Not a lot of people know this. I got to know about this from Making the Cut. It's a show. It's a Netflix show.
Okay.
I don't know Netflix. Yeah. Some show.
Okay.
Making the Cut. And they were given the task of accessible look and runway look. And then I got to know, oh, this is the secret. Because I myself was like, what is this? It's art we sometimes not understand. Because for them, when they are sketching, when they have some perception about a design or even style, so I don't know, we might not understand what they are giving on the ramp, but they're just trying to express. Fashion is expression. So we might not understand, but they understand customers and they understand money, so they have to make accessible looks. So there's their art and then what people need. Two different things.
क्योंकि हमेशा मतलब कभी भी फैशन शोज या कुछ भी दिखता है टीवी पे तो हमें हमेशा एक क्वेश्चन होता है ये कौन पहनता है ये क्या ये लोग
I myself कि ऐसे तो मैं नहीं पहनूंगी and like I gained lot of weight. I'm like yeah, I'm not like Kendall Jenner. I cannot wear that because she's like so perfect and like perfect body and everything.
तो वो कुछ नहीं खाती इसलिए वो परफेक्ट.
Do you know about Gigi Hadid? She's a very known model. She looks very fab. Her mother would make her eat just one almond before a fashion show.
For the day? One piece?
Yeah.
Just that?
Yeah, just that. Gigi hates her mother for that.
Oh.
Kendall, on the other hand, she eats a lot of stuff, by the way. She eats junk. Because Kris Jenner, mother of Kendall Jenner, she's super cool. Yeah. She's like, oh, did you eat this? Why not add bacon? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but Kendall has the body. She works out for sure. But Gigi also have like a very strict mother.
I can talk to you about fashion gossip and stuff, right?
Yeah, you can always come to me for gossip.
I didn't know all these things. Thank you for telling me.
Because I watch lots of shows.
Okay.
And I try and read. I can't read a lot because I get bored. So I look at videos, I look at shows. And I was looking at Keeping Up with Kardashians.
Oh, that's how you know all these things. Don't watch this show.
It's a waste. Coming back to the point, coming back to me actually. So I did not straight away went for fashion designing, and I didn't even know that I wanted to do fashion designing. I had a very interesting past with careers.
Okay.
So I actually started with engineering.
Oh. Engineer.
from SCIT.
Oh.
Uh,
Same college, guys.
same college guys. We are cool people. We
Yeah.
do podcasts and stuff. Okay, we and I did 1 year of engineering.
Okay.
I was third in the whole department, but I didn't know shit what I was doing
Oh, okay.
because I just know how to bring marks. That's all.
Okay.
And
Ratta maar ke
I did that, and everybody knows that my GK is very bad. but I just couldn't see myself working in that area. And I was wanted to do psychology because I understand people. I'm invested in people more. So I'm like, yeah, I can sit with them. I can listen to whatever they're going through. For sure, why not psychology? I went to London and did psychology for 2 months. And I had to come back for something. And I also realized that I cannot do psychology because it involves lots of studying.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
It requires a lot of research, analysis, and a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, and it's like because you are taking care of another person, you cannot risk that. I cannot say anything in front of them. Anything can trigger them. Anything can affect them. They can take that advice and God knows what.
Yeah, you have to be mindful of what you are saying in front of other person. Yeah.
Exactly, which I'm not doing right now. So,
but now that you are designer, you are allowed to say.
I'm allowed to do that. So good decision that I did not continue that.
So that you can speak.
I can totally speak. Yes.
Okay.
And after psychology, I came to back to Vadodara, and MSU, we know it's hub.
Yeah.
If whatever you want, it's there.
Yeah.
So I opted for family and community sciences. They had
भाई क्या क्या किया है तूने?
People usually call it home science, and I scold them because on my first day, my senior, she was from Pune, and she was doing some voluntary work, and she came to me and she was like, "What did you just say?" I'm like, "Home science," and she was like, "You don't say home science, you say family and community sciences. Did you not read the board?" And that was the last time I said home science. Because now every time anybody says home science, I'm like, it's family and community sciences. It's not called home science, by the way.
Yeah, मुझे अभी तक यही पता था कि home science बोलते हैं.
Yeah, because nobody is stopping them and telling them what is the name of the actual faculty. So in there are like 6 subjects. Okay. And I was already confused. I didn't know what to do. So I'm like 6 options, good. I get 1 year where they are teaching general subjects. And out of that, in second year, I have to pick the major. Okay. So in the second year, I picked for fashion designing. Okay. Did not attend, but got good marks because completed.
How do you get good marks?
Because I do my work. I do my work. I do my homework. I do my homework last minute or whatever, and I do it good. But I cannot attend the lectures. Sorry, MSU, if anybody is like listening to this. The professors are good for sure, but I have always been like this, and they made me pay for sure.
Obviously.
They did. I cried.
They can't give you concession.
Yeah.
Just because you are not attending the lectures.
But it's very important to have education when you are doing designing and art. But I learned most of the things from YouTube because I didn't attend.
You didn't have any other option.
Yeah, I didn't have any other option. But yeah. So fashion designing, it started 3 years. In like 2 years of fashion designing, I for sure knew that I wanted to do fashion designing. Like I wanted to create something. I wanted to help because my aim was not creating high fashion straight away, not money. I wanted to create something for people, for laymen as well as people who can afford expensive clothes as well. But I want to create something which is affordable, can be worn by everyone, and is sustainable. And not just me, I think there are lots of people, the awareness is going out that sustainable fashion is the future, because if not, then there is no future. So it's necessary because the planet is dying, and with the waste, the dying waste, textile waste, it's not going in a right direction.
Can't we upcycle or recycle the clothes?
We can. That is what sustainable fashion is. So there's a term, made over garment. Okay. Made over garment is when you take one piece of clothing, it's an old piece, and you take it, you cut it, you trim it. Right now we call it thrift shopping also. Yeah, so like taking old clothes, converting into something, or selling it as it is. So people in the past, with their standards, they were like, we will not wear what other people wore. But what we are doing is wear one piece once and then we throw it out.
Yeah, true.
But right now, people are making the best out of it. They wear it once and they are thrifting it. So they give it to people who actually need it, who want the same type of t-shirt and it's not available. So it's reusing. Upcycling is also can be done. You can trim it, whatever you want to do. So all that is possible. That is all sustainable fashion. Do it.
Yeah, that's right. But अभी भी इंडियन मिडिल क्लास में तो ये है ना ट्रेंड कि हम कपड़े का पोछा बना देते हैं तब तक हम उसको यूज करते हैं
So
हम
I
निकालते
think
नहीं हैं।
Indians are set, like mummies are set,
Yeah,
और तब तक वो लोग बनाते हैं. But I think the pocha trend is also going.
yeah.
There is actually something called pocha. I don't remember what it is, but there's a dress called pocha.
There's a dress called pocha?
Yeah, I heard it somewhere. I don't know what it is. I hope not pocha.
Okay.
But who knows? Some
I'm
aunties
learning weird stuff.
I didn't know where I was going when I opt for this, but seems interesting, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after that, I was doing my fashion designing, learning, trying to cope up with it, also chilling because I was not attending. That's what my professors think. No, I was not doing that. I was actually working side by side. I got some styling intern work to do. So my friend, she recommended my name because I was trying to come up with different looks just by myself, and we used to experiment stuff. And she was a hairstylist. She is a hairstylist. And there was this celebrity stylist named Simran Sethi.
Okay.
She worked under Ami Patel. Ami Patel is a major styling name. Like, she is a very famous stylist, celebrity stylist. Deepika Padukone, Alia Bhatt, then Madhuri Dixit, everyone goes to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Like, she has a huge team, out of which Simran Sethi was one of the stylists, and they just work constantly. That's what Simran told me. So
Okay.
that's how I know it. So I worked under her for, I think, 3 to 4 shoots. I learned a lot of things. I didn't plan on going for styling, but I'm like, it's styling. How hard it can be. Let me just go. And I was not gonna get money for all those shoots, like in the beginning. So I'm like, I just want to see the culture. I want to create my own network, because when you go for styling, it's just not the stylist. It's like a model, photographer, makeup artist, hairstylist. So you create a network that way. So I'm like, oh, when I'll be fashion designer, maybe this will help.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that I'll actually get into fashion styling.
Hmm.
I had first shoot with Simran. It went amazing. I roam around with her with clothing, and styling is not simple. You think that just matching outfits, matching earrings is done. It's not. It's not.
Okay.
I created mood boards for at least 3 days. Mood board. So what is mood board? Okay, I need to burp. So, sorry. I wanted to eat. I don't want to faint. Like Kendall.
Okay.
Okay, so in fashion styling, when I went with Simran, the first assignment was to go with her and buy outfits, buy source. So some things you can buy which is like cheap, and you have to source with different brands, different designers.
Okay.
So we went to Chirag Shah, someone in Vadodara, for a suit, and that's how I got to know that I can actually like get their clothes without money and give it back, like loan.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
a clothes loan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a clothes loan.
अगर ऐसा पता होता तो मैं तुम्हें बोलता कि भाई मुझे ये कपड़े चाहिए वो कपड़े
Yeah,
चाहिए
that is never gonna happen.
Okay.
But I thought, why would a designer give it to anyone, their clothes, and it's a designer piece. So then I got to know that how the sourcing works, the brand works, fashion shoots works, website works, and then it just all came up, and everything just fascinated me so much. I did not think of it as simple.
Hmm.
I took it as a challenge. It happened like a challenge, and I fell in love with it.
Oh.
So yeah, I made mood boards. Mood boards is a board that is representing what mood you are going for.
Okay.
So, for example, if you want to create this interior for your house, so you have certain reference pictures that I want this color, I want to play between blue and white,
Okay.
I want this kind of aesthetic, this kind of artwork. So that is why you have mood boards to give you an idea. When the interior designer comes in, you have to just show him like the collage of different pictures that this is what I'm going for, and he'll understand your aesthetic.
Ah.
To understand the aesthetic, to make a hairstylist understand the hair aesthetic, that what hairstyles you are going for, and the makeup, photographer, model, everybody needs to see this before entering the shoot, so they know what is the theme, they know what is the mood.
Hmm.
So
Quite
styling,
fascinating.
yeah, it was fun. And styling happened, I was running, I did so many things. Oh my god, it's coming so much. When I was an assistant, I was running most of the times. Uh, I would not have place to sit because the whole room is filled with jewelry, footwear, and clothes.
The whole room.
The whole room, yes.
Oh.
And we would not sleep, even though there's a shoot next day,
Why?
because you have so much to do. We got one photo shoot with Okai. Okai is a very well-known brand. They
Okay.
create, I think, handcrafted garments. उनके जो artisans होते हैं Okai के, they are from rural areas.
Okay.
So that is why they are charging more than normal brands, because the artists, they have to employ artisans as well. So we worked for them. It was a struggle because the location was on a farm, but the photographer was amazing, and he wanted to go through different places for the shoot. So I am hiking with like 3 outfits. Like I'm going down, I'm coming up, I'm wearing hat, like I'm wearing 3 to 4 hats. I'll show you the picture later on. It was a struggle, and I'm this tiny first of all, and the garments are like taller than I am. So, but that experience changed everything. We had 30 garments in one day. We managed it in 2 days because it was like almost impossible. And the second day was so flawless, click, 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 because it was first time for both of us to go through like that. And then I got my first styling break. I got approached by this model Rita, and she asked me to style for one of the brands named Radharaman.
Okay.
So that was just me, and I asked her like, "Is it just me?" And she was like, "Yeah, it's just you." And I'm like, "How many garments?" She said, 40, 40 or 30. I think, yeah, 30 to 40.
You styled 40 garments.
Yeah, 40 or 30. Yeah,
In how many days?
just one.
And you were all by yourself.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I think it was 2 days because I had the same question and they were like कि हाँ हाँ 2 दिन हो जाएंगे.
But फिर भी मतलब.
But yeah, 2 days and just okay, yeah, there were 40 garments for sure.
40 garments.
Yeah, 20 each day.
So proud of you.
Thank you. And I was this tiny little petite fashion designer slash stylist trying to understand that how am I going to do it, like 40 garments. Before Simran was there, she was the person who was guiding me what to do. She got all figured out. She's a celebrity stylist. To work under her was like a precious thing, and I'll always flex.
Yeah.
That.
It is pretty evident.
Yeah.
जो लोग ये episode देखेंगे उनको भी पता चल जाएगा.
Kish, I worked under a celebrity stylist, but later on we did not work together. I got my first fashion styling like alone, and then I continued that way. And Simran is doing her own work. So first day at this thing, and I'm like, okay, so I am everything. Like I have to do the mood boards. I have to make the jewelry happen. So to even have the jewelry, you have to talk to like 10 different shops if
yes.
you are doing here.
True.
And if not, then Instagram पे तुम 20 और लोगों से बात कर रहे हो jewelry के लिए, वो अलग. But fortunately there was another brand who approached me सामने से. So I said yes to them and they got the delivery and everything. It's a whole long process. I explain it to you later again because
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And I was doing everything and I'm like, I can't do it. I had breakdown also, like major breakdowns. My family, friends, everyone, they supported me in a way. I feel like I'm on a stage and I'm like, thank you, mommy, papa, thank you, all my friends and people. But I went to the shoot with 20 garments hanging. I am only steaming. I am only setting up the jewelry. I am only asking the model to change. I'm going with her. So like one person is doing a lot of things and I'm very tiny, which I did not realize before that I'm this tiny. क्योंकि कपड़ों से मैं खुद ढक जा रही हूँ. But it just happened, and that rush, that feeling, to see your looks happen in the way you imagined gives you a whole different kind of satisfaction. And that is when I understood styling for the first time, because when I was doing it alone I understood it's just not matching things, it's so much more than that. And it's happening, I'm doing it, I'm still doing it. If you have any shoots, DM.
Yeah, definitely she is quite talented. और उसकी वजह से मेरे पास दो अच्छे very well styled कुर्ते कुर्ते भी हैं मेरे पास.
Yeah, Munirbai rocks.
Thank you very much for that. तो मतलब यही मुझे बहुत फैसिनेटिंग लगता है कि जनरली लोगों को क्या है, जैसे मैंने अभी ये कॉम्बिनेशन किया है ऐसे सोच के कि भाई ये कलर के साथ ये कलर मैच हो जाएगा तो इट लुक्स गुड, इसके साथ एक घड़ी हो गई या चश्मे हो गए, बस दैट्स अबाउट इट.
Yeah. So again, styling, there's two types of styling: personal styling and fashion styling. So what you are doing for brands, what you are doing for websites. So there's a brand, they have a website, they want their garments or bags or footwear, whatever product, they want to show people what products they have and their MRP and whatever they have. So for that there's a whole different shoot. For that you need a fashion stylist. A stylist can be both personal and fashion stylist.
Okay.
And personal stylist is कि कोई event है, you are a rich Soho wife, you have to go to an event and you want to show off to another wives that, excuse me, I have a better diamond necklace. That diamond necklace I find for her.
Okay.
Yeah, so
wow.
That is personal styling.
Okay, to all those ladies listening to this episode, contact her.
Yes, please, I have all the diamond necklaces.
Wow.
No, I don't. I have to find. I wish I had. But there's personal styling, fashion styling. In personal styling events, you have to go for a wedding, you don't know what to wear. So at Odissi also, Akshat, he asked me कि शादी है, पापा को क्या पहनाओ. So that is personal styling.
Okay.
He was just a friend, so I just advised him, but that's personal styling.
True,
People
true.
actually have a profession like that. So that's a different. So this is good.
Thank you.
This is good. Yeah, because this is the event.
Yeah.
So for that you don't need a stylist always, unless you are a rich bitch.
I'm certainly not a rich bitch.
You're gonna be after this podcast.
Oh, wow, thank you.
Yeah, so that is the history of me after history of fashion.
Oh wow. Matlab, that's what engineering makes you do. So
Yes, it makes you ready for everything.
yeah.
You cry, you survive.
Yeah.
That is what it
And
taught me.
engineers never work in their own field. As you can see, I'm an engineer.
I'm an engineer. I'm a half engineer.
Yeah. She's 25% engineer. If you
1/3 engineer.
1/4.
1/4. अच्छा मेरा तो 4 साल का था.
4 साल,
हाँ.
25%. Yeah.
1/4 engineer.
Yeah, 1/4 engineer. So
Still.
yeah, that's what happens. पर मुझे ये क्वेश्चन हमेशा रहता है कि जैसे बड़ी बड़ी ब्रांड्स हैं और क्योंकि हमें बहुत ही है ना कि स्टेटस कि मैंने कौन सी ब्रांड पहनी है, मैंने लोगों को दिखाना है कि मेरा जो शर्ट है वो 4,000 का है, मेरा जो जीन्स है वो
I have an uncle like that.
तो उसकी वजह से बहुत ही ऐसे फास्ट फैशन का भी शायद यही ट्रेंड इसलिए आ रहा है ना कि लोग जल्दी जल्दी अलग अलग
Yes, because when you have to show off people, you cannot keep wearing the same outfit.
Yeah.
So that is why fast fashion is happening. Hopefully and thankfully that people have that awareness right now. कि show off is just whatever it is. It's not gonna last.
वो जाएगा नहीं, मतलब वो हमेशा रहेगा
शो ऑफ
society
इज
में।
गोना बी देयर बट
Yeah.
अवेयरनेस इज हैपनिंग कि उस चीज को अपसाइकल करके भी तुमको दे देंगे शायद, बट नाउ इट्स अ ट्रेंड तो उनको अच्छा लगेगा कि हाँ मैं एनवायरनमेंट को बचा रहा हूँ, दैट्स अनदर काइंड ऑफ शो
Yeah,
ऑफ.
that's also a trend. Yeah, true,
Yeah,
true.
so unless it's a show off, you do this, we are fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But ये चीज तो है ब्रांड
मतलब
वाली
एक एक्सट्रीम का शो ऑफ से दूसरे एक्सट्रीम
दूसरे
का शो
एक्सट्रीम तक.
ऑफ.
Unless it's not harmful,
Yeah.
तो
Then
करो.
it's fine. हाँ, करो शो
करो.
ऑफ. तो मुझे हमेशा ही लगता है कि जैसे बड़े बड़े डिजाइनर्स हैं या फिर बड़े बड़े ब्रांड्स हैं, वर्साचे और गुची और वो सब, वो पहले तो मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आता कि इतने एक्सपेंसिव क्यों है, अगर फिर भी है तो मुझे लगता है कि वो लोगों के साइकोलॉजी के साथ खेलते हैं कि क्योंकि अगर आपको कोई चीज़, कोई जैसे नहीं एक मूवी था जिसमें एक सीन था कि अमरूद लेना था उसको, तो 6 रुपए का अमरूद उसने 60 या 600 का बना के लिया
Oh
कि मुझे सस्ती चीज़ें नहीं चाहिए, मुझे महंगी चीज़ें चाहिए वैसा. तो और ऐसे डिज़ाइनर्स भी है जो ऐसे स्पेसिफिक लेबल्स उनके हैं, और वो बहुत ही एक्सक्लूसिव कलेक्शन उनका होता है. तो उसके सामने वो अभी भी लोग, मतलब क्योंकि स्टेटस है ना, तो वो अभी भी लोग अप्रोच करेंगे. लेकिन जब बात सस्टेनेबिलिटी की होगी तब लोग ये सोचेंगे कि अगर कोई शर्ट 3000 रुपीज़ का सस्टेनेबल प्रोडक्ट का मिल रहा है तो मैं उसकी जगह पर 1500 वाले 2 क्यों ना ले लूँ.
Yeah, that is a good question because that was me a while ago. कि 500 रुपये में एक टी शर्ट मिल रहा है मेरे को, तो why would I go for Fab India or anything जो 1500 में दे रहा है. But what I told you is कि there will be no future if we keep going like this. What these fashion houses are doing is that Valentino and Dolce and Gabbana, all these fashion houses are like since ages ago, decades पहले. So first of all they are old, they have a क्या बोलते हैं, what do we say,
brand value?
No, legacy.
They have the legacy.
They are the legacy. They are old designers, so they come from that era. First of all they get that point, and it's going on, and they have celebrity audience.
True.
So that's why they have I am losing my, what did you ask?
What I asked is common man जो होता है कोई भी, तो हमें क्या लगता है कि हम कोई भी शॉप में जाते हैं शॉपिंग करने के लिए, तो हमें यही दिखता है कि इसके ऊपर प्राइसिंग क्या है, हमारे पर हमें अच्छा लगेगा नहीं लगेगा, whether we are killing it or not or pulling it off or not. तो हमें ये कभी नहीं दिखेगा और हमें समझ में भी नहीं आएगा कि why do we have to pay 3000 for the shirt if it is said to be sustainable, where instead of that we can pay 1500 for the same shirt. और जो उसमें वैरायटी भी मिल जाएगी, रेंज भी मिल जाएगी, तो बजट में भी आ जाएगा. तो हमें ये भी नहीं पता होता कि कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि फास्ट फैशन कौन सी है और सस्टेनेबल कौन सी है, और ये भी नहीं पता होता कि कब कौन सा पिक करना चाहिए, क्योंकि फेस वैल्यू पे हमेशा हम देखते हैं कि प्राइस.
Of course, we always look for the price. I was one of those people who would always go for like street wear and like go to the street and then buy 500 में 2 t-shirt and stuff like that. But then later on when I was actually studying about fashion and when sustainability hit me, I realized that it's not long term for sure. You can wear it, 500 के 2 शर्ट आएंगे तो कभी तो फट ही जाएंगे ना. But when you take 1500, why brands also charge more? Because of the quality, and we know this like since day one that they have good quality. Of course fast fashion, because now this is a big brand, but when it comes to sustainable fashion, we know that whatever we are purchasing, even if it's 3000 rupees, first of all you're keeping the planet alive, also not harming the animals and using natural resources. So that way there are like more benefits. Yes, the budget, of course, but when you make that common with the economy also going up, I think it's gonna get back to normal. How we think that 500 is okay, हम लोग भी अब बढ़ने लगे. I used to take 500, but now I think कि 5000 का shopping is fine for like 6 months. It is going, people are also evolving, fashion is also evolving. So I think with time it's gonna take time and gonna get adjusted in its way. But I think there are more benefits for sustainable fashion because there will be future. The price thing in some time I think it's gonna be okay. but we have to take that step for
Yeah.
sure. And I think here brand also plays an important role. Brand designers, that they create this awareness and they make more and more garments, because now if they are also looking at just customers, that less money, more stylish, we are done. They also have to be mindful about the planet. So when that happens more, there won't be any more fast fashion. So how are you going to purchase it?
हाँ.
So you also have to like get used to that.
True. और
Yeah.
मुझे लगता है कि जैसे मेन स्ट्रीम होता जाएगा
Yeah.
फास्ट ये सस्टेनेबल फैशन, तो अपने आप उसका प्राइसिंग थोड़ा एडजस्ट होके लो आ जाएगा ताकि लोग परचेस कर सके, अफोर्ड कर सके.
What is fashion? It's always changing. It's always evolving. We also evolved. Fashion is also evolving. So this price thing is also gonna get evolved at some point, and it'll be fine after a while.
हाँ.
When you go to the stores, of course, it's gonna be difficult for you to identify what is sustainable and not. I myself cannot identify touch करके कि भाई ये natural से बना है कि नहीं, कि ये block print है, क्या किसने बनाया है. Just something I know because of what I've studied, but people who doesn't study fashion, it's hard for them to touch it and see, or just see and like, is it sustainable or not. But I think you have to be a little bit mindful about it. When you go to the store, you ask them how you created it, or you just look at their website, check out their website, what is their aim for the whole brand, for the line. When you go to the store, when you become mindful, that is the only way you know that this is sustainable or not. Fast fashion is very easy to identify because brands like Zara, H&M, what you just mentioned a while ago, they are very popular and they are creating everything in bulk. Have you seen Friends?
Yes.
So do you remember Joey's sentence that Gap store in every corner?
True, true.
So it's just like that, Zara, H&M. So they are mass producing more bulk. So there is more waste, more production, fast. Transport is also fast. Not just fashion as in textile waste, but so many, because transporting is also happening and it's fast because it's happening, changing, changing. The demand. So it's very easy to identify fast fashion because it's fast, it's trendy, everybody wants it, it's less in price and more in fashion, more stylish. Zara के कपड़े हैं महंगे हमारे लिए, but for a lot of people it's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is how you identify those two things.
वो एक्चुअली इंडिया में आने के बाद हमें लगता है कि Zara and H&M आर एक्सपेंसिव.
Yeah.
बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू देयर ओरिजिन, जहाँ पर यूएस में जाओ या यूके में जाओ या फिर कोई भी फॉरेन कंट्रीज में जाओ, तब वहाँ लोग Zara and H&M को जैसे हम Zudio को लेते हैं.
Exactly. Oh, Zudio is also mass production. Yeah. It's a
जैसे इंडियंस के लिए Zudio है, या फिर बिग बाजार में जाके वो बफेलो के या ऐसे कोई ब्रांड्स के कपड़े लेते हैं, चैंपियन या बहुत सारे ब्रांड्स हैं, वैसे ही उनके लिए Zara and H&M है.
Exactly.
वहाँ उसकी वैल्यू उतनी है या फिर उसके लिए परसेप्शन वैसा ही है. वो इंडिया में जब आता है तब वो हमारे लिए एक्सपेंसिव है,
because the whole economy changes that way.
और स्टेटस सिंबल वो बन जाता है.
हाँ, कि Zara.
ये Zara से कपड़े लिए,
Zara का परफ्यूम लगाया है.
पर वही होता है ना कि जब स्टेटस से हम अटैच करते हैं सारी चीजों को, तो परसेप्शन चेंज हो जाता है. फिर ये मुश्किल हो जाता है कि फास्ट फैशन से हटा के लोगों को सस्टेनेबल फैशन की तरफ लेकर जाना.
Exactly. I think Levi's has taken that into consideration. We all are wearing Levi's. Abhi I'm not wearing Levi's, but usually at ODC I'm always wearing Levi's. Even Avni is wearing Levi's.
Comfortable.
It's comfortable, it's long lasting. So what they have done in past few years is considering sustainable fashion, they make jeans. One jeans contains 2,000 gallons of water. Yeah, I didn't know that either. 2,000 gallons of water in just one jeans. So they made sure that when it's made, like whenever the water is used, they make sure that they take out all the water and then reuse it.
Oh, wow.
So then there's no waste of water again. It's called Well Thread collection. There was a Well Thread collection by Levi's.
Oh,
so
interesting.
Yeah, so good for Levi's. See, Levi's is not, it was a fast fashion company, but evolution, it's also happening, and I think all the brands are trying to accompany this sustainable fashion friend in their life कि चलो हमको भी करना ही पड़ेगा. So it's gonna change, but it's gonna take time because they are like major fashion houses. They cannot just change in a bit.
Yeah.
So in some time, I think it's gonna be normal. Sustainable is gonna be normal.
ये चीज़ हमेशा रहती थी पहले से कि जब हम when you think about fashion, when you think about designing और when you think about styling, और जब हम फैशन शोज को भी अगर कहीं पर देखते हैं उसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं तो सबसे पहले दिमाग में ये आता है कि स्किनी थिन मॉडल्स.
Yeah.
तो
One of the reasons why I'm not a model.
तो लोगों को मतलब जिनके पास वो परफेक्शन वाली बॉडी नहीं होती थी उन सबको ऐसे कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाता था कि अरे अगर मुझे लाइफ में रैंप पर वॉक करना है तो मुझे ऐसी बॉडी चाहिए, तो लोग खाना बंद कर देते हैं.
Oh yeah.
तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें पहले के टाइम में थी और मॉडल्स जो भी मॉडलिंग करने के लिए आप उस फील्ड में जाते थे उन सबको ये सब फेस करना पड़ता था. लेकिन और उसकी वजह से सारे फैशन हाउसेस जो थे वो उनके ट्रेंड, उनके मैगजीन्स पे या सभी जगहों पर ऐसे ही मॉडल्स थे जिन्होंने सिर्फ पूरे दिन में एक ही बादाम खाया जिन्होंने कुछ ना खाया हो. तो लेकिन नाउ द ट्रेंड इज चेंजिंग कि अब लोग अपने आप को जैसे हैं वैसे एक्सेप्ट करने लगे हैं. तो अब हर बॉडी टाइप के हिसाब से अभी फोटोशूट्स भी ऐसे हो रहे हैं, एडवर्टाइजमेंट भी हो रही है, वो अपने मॉडल्स को भी चेंज कर रहे हैं. तो उससे स्टाइलिंग की फील्ड को या फिर जब ब्रांड शूट या सब होता है तो कैसे मतलब कभी ये भी, क्योंकि अब कैंसिल होने का भी डर बहुत जल्दी लगता है ना अभी इस टाइम में. तो अगर आपने किसी थिन मॉडल को या स्किनी मॉडल को ले लिया तो लोग ये भी बोल सकते हैं कि अब आप क्यों नहीं ले रहे. जब सब लोग एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं तो अगर थिन मॉडल को नहीं लिया तो भी लोग बोल सकते हैं कि फिर क्यों नहीं लिया, हमारे लिए ये परसेप्शन अलग बन रहा है. जैसे कई ब्रांड्स होती है जिनके लिए यही परसेप्शन होता है कि ये प्लस साइज लोगों के लिए ही है.
Yeah, that is true.
So how do you deal and how does this industry deal with that?
I think fashion is coping up amazingly because fashion is always acceptable. It has always been acceptable throughout the year. Yes, we have certain beauty standards in the past. It is also evolving. And no matter what skin tone, no matter what body type you have, it's going to become a trend after a while. And fashion is taking advantage of that. Now, when it comes to styling, I think rather than a drawback, it is better for the stylists and the brands because they are expanding. So personally, if I have a task for a brand which wants more body types and skin tones, it's a challenge for me as well because for now, since now I'm like, okay, skinny models, perfect fitting, amazing. But brands are also facing the challenge that they have to alter few things, or they have to make sure that they make clothes for everyone. And that should be like it. I mean, that is what my goal was, clothes for everyone. So the challenge is there, and who doesn't like a challenge? If I am a stylist, I would like to get more jewelry. I would like to have more skin tones to play with. I would like to have different types of body shapes to play around with. So I know that the brand that I'm working for, it means something. Of course, I'm gonna get money and like my profile is there. Skinny models are leaning in a certain way. That has been there for life. But your challenge is how to make everything look beautiful. Because that is what it is. Everything is beautiful. So styling, I mean, it's a challenge, but everyone is coping up with that. And brands are also evolving themselves in so many different ways. Just like you said, plus size models. There are actually fashion houses who have plus size clothes and garments only. But there is one thing that I don't agree with is in recent times, Vogue magazine had a fashion cover of a model, and she was plus size, but she was like really plus size. She was beautiful. Everyone is beautiful. I'm also beautiful. I'm also a bit
Even
heavy.
I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful. Pink is suiting you so much. But to make them as your role model is what I think I would not agree on. Beauty standards, sure, change them. Everyone is beautiful. But making them as a trend to that it's okay to be like that is what I think I don't agree with. Because what you are, you should love that. but that doesn't mean that you should never change it, that like be settled. Because what this happens is when you look and make a role model like that you will settle. You might not work towards.
ट्रू ट्रू
Yeah,
ट्रू वो फिर एक वही एक माइंडसेट बन जाता है कि हाँ ये तो सही
it's
है ना.
okay, and
हाँ.
I mean it is
तो
okay.
फिर आप जंक भी खाने लगोगे, आप
Yeah.
कभी अपनी बॉडी का अपनी हेल्थ का ध्यान नहीं
नहीं
रखोगे,
रखोगे.
क्योंकि हाँ मैं तो जैसा हूँ एक्सेप्ट करना चाहिए ना लोगों को.
I
पर
know.
लोग तो एक्सेप्ट कर ही लेंगे, लेकिन आपकी बॉडी को भी तो फंक्शन करना पड़ेगा ना.
And you cannot keep up with that for a long time. And no matter whatever disease you have, like I was having this conversation with one of my closest friends, the same thing कि हाँ वो लोग settle हो जाएंगे, but no matter whatever disease you have, no PCOS, PCOD. I have friends who have PCOS, PCOD, but they've gone through that and they came back and have made themselves okay. Physically, mentally, everything. It fucks up with everything. But no matter what surgery you went through, no matter what disease you have, you can always go back to your healthy state.
Yeah.
And
you need a great willpower to
you need
do that.
it. Yeah, and I think you can.
Yeah.
What is not okay is to have unhealthy role model. The beauty is there, we totally appreciate it, but don't encourage to be like that. On the ramp walks, I have seen lots of fashion shows. I have never seen, my friend was saying this, he was a guy, he is a guy, he's a guy, and he said that I've seen models, like female models, walk the runway in all body types, but never a guy. A guy is always leaner on the ramp show. So that's when this whole stereotypical conversation we had that guys never accept that on a ramp walk, and I said no, because nobody question guys in that way, because beauty standards are mostly related to the girls.
Yeah.
So there are like so many loopholes, which one is right, which one is wrong.
Yeah.
So I think fashion have to think a little bit in that way, that what you are encouraging at this particular time, say it that you are beautiful for sure, but don't stop there, make something happen for
मतलब
yourself.
ये वही बात हो गई कि जैसे पहले ट्रेंड था तो लोग स्लिम और ट्रिम रहने के लिए कुछ नहीं खाते थे, फिर अगर ये इसको अगर ट्रेंड बना दिया तो लोग ये सोचेंगे कि कुछ भी खा लो चलेगा.
Exactly.
तो
that
दोनों ही हेल्दी नहीं है.
No, nothing is healthy. There should be a balance and a healthy role model, a healthy mindset. So yeah, that is what it is.
True. तो हमने फैशन के बारे में इतनी बातें की, स्टाइलिंग के बारे में इतनी बातें की, लेकिन सबके रूट में, इन माय ओपिनियन, सबके रूट में है आर्ट एंड डिजाइन. तो हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इट इज टू लर्न आर्ट एंड डिजाइन व्हेन इट कम्स टू फैशन एंड स्टाइलिंग?
In fashion and styling, art and design, so I never sketched before. You always have an artist inside of you.
Yeah.
I think everybody is an artist. Why is it important if you learn them? Like if I went to a university and learned them, I know the technicalities. I have art out there, but they structure it. When you learn it, you structure them out. I have lots of things. मैं abstract art बना दूंगी एक बार, but शायद मैं abstract dress कितना ही बनाऊंगी और शायद कैसे sell भी होगा. People also have to relate. So I think it is very important to learn art and design at one particular point if you want to go into a fashion industry. I have seen designers जिन्होंने कभी कुछ नहीं सीखा. I have seen business men, women who are not designers, but they know how to run a business. But they hire people who know art and design to make sure, because that way you know the aesthetics, you know how the structure is, how to structure your own art, because art is everything everywhere, we have heard that, but to structure it, it's very important. And art and design, to learn them, I think it's mandatory if you want to go into fashion designer, because that is when you have the upper hand in the fashion industry. Fashion industry is full of artists, full of passionate people, but if you know art and design in the most technical way as well as the artistic way, you have the upper hand. Metaverse, Nike have done their progress because they have merged fashion with technology. So I think, like what you do when you do your podcast, you learn about various things. So people come and tell me that, what is your goal? So I say like I want to create a fashion label. So they were like, oh, so a brand, and I'm like, no, because a brand is different, a label is different, a line is different. When you said fashion line, you meant collection.
Yes,
Yes, so you knew.
I was aware of that.
Yes, you were aware of that. So that is fashion line. Line is a collection of garments, whatever, bags, footwear. Fashion brand is when there are many people working with one design or several designs. So it's larger in scale.
Hmm.
It's a brand. Lots and lots of people are working on it. If you have seen Dior video, fashion video, it's a fashion video where it's a very nice music video. They have created how the garment is made, and they are turning the garments into like people's lives, and it's like very nice. I'll show it to you later on. So there you can see the seamstresses, the designers, mannequins. There are like tons of people working on one single collection.
Wow.
So that is a brand. What is fashion label is, it's a one person job, like one designer, one person, and
Oh.
small business, like small, everything is small.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, so like if I have to start with something, I would go for fashion label because I'm one person, one designer. So I will open a label, I will create a fashion line, and then might turn it into a fashion brand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so hopefully we get a Jinkle Bhatt brand, or yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to.
Yeah, to have that happen. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
so
And I would be happy to contribute in some way or the other.
you are. We just came up with another idea of a fashion
Yeah,
line.
we can definitely going to work on it.
Yes, we can. Avni also told me about a fashion line that she wanted to create, and we can merge those two. Who knows? Avni is our customer.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
we're gonna ask her to buy all the things we make.
RiffScript will handle the marketing side,
Yeah.
and you can handle the designing side. And
For sure.
Yeah, sorted.
Like you suggested, that we can actually create a fashion line from whatever we're talking about.
RiffScript.
Yes, RiffScript.
Yeah, but
RiffScript.
I'm more inclined towards RiffScript can be a factor,
Okay.
but the podcast series is a whole different thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so we can combine those two things because we are focusing on design when it comes to
Yeah.
RiffScript.
Mhm.
We are focused on design, we are focused on marketing, we are focused on strategies. And when it comes to all fingers and thumbs, we are it's all about curiosity. It's all about getting to know things, getting to know people.
So is fashion. I think it works completely. Half of the pieces are out of curiosity. If it turns out great, it's great. If not, you call it art. So, so I think we can totally do that. Have a fashion line about fingers and thumbs.
All fingers.
All fingers and thumbs. All my fingers.
Yeah.
All
and
my
thumbs.
fingers and thumbs. So I think it's called intangible inspiration. So there are like two types, another fashion term that I didn't know I was aware of. So tangible and intangible inspiration. We all the designers have to have inspiration to create something. And I just got to know that I took like 3 months to create one piece when I started because I did not have any inspiration. But when I was watching the show Making the Cut, they used to have inspiration every single day because they have to create looks every single day. So you have to have a mindset if you are a designer that you can get inspired by anything.
Yeah.
I can get inspired by this art, which I am already. I can get inspired by the chair because I have to, because I cannot work other than that. You have to have an inspiration. So there are different types of inspirations. You can get inspired by architecture. I can get inspired by like a cube of, I don't know, a cube and an architectural art, a building. If I go to Dubai, I'll be blown.
True.
And there are different types of other inspirations such as feelings, art, poetry. That is intangible.
Wow.
So structure.
You have all these things in all fingers and thumbs.
You have. So I think I am all up for intangible inspiration.
Wow.
And I think we'll name the fashion line as intangible.
Wow.
Yeah.
मैंने जब ये पॉडकास्ट का सोचा था तब मुझे ये नहीं पता था कि मुझे पहले तो इतनी सारी चीजें जानने को मिलेगी अबाउट फैशन And मुझे ये भी नहीं पता था कि we are going to come up with a plan.
Yeah, that we are creating a fashion line and we are naming it Intangible.
Yeah.
I'll be busy next month, guys. Don't contact me. You have to work like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the last question for me is what do you see and how do you see the evolution and the future of fashion and styling?
Oh, heavy question. First, to begin with, I didn't know if I would have a future in fashion and styling. And styling and fashion inspired me in such a way that I cannot think my future without that.
Wow.
So, fashion and styling is just like that. I think the future remains. Fashion is about future. Fashion, when it comes, okay, I have so many answers for this. Okay, wow. Okay, so so when it comes to fashion, future has been in everyone's mind. I was watching this show, Next in Fashion.
Oh.
The show is named as Next
Next
in
in
Fashion.
Fashion.
So they are looking for what next. What can you create which is not right now? Everybody is focused on future, which is a bad thing. But when it comes to fashion, everyone is looking for future because so many pieces you have. Tell me the shirt that you have not seen like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You are wearing the shirt
Yeah.
that was.
I bought this 3 years ago.
See, yeah. So fashion is about change, and change will keep happening till there is future. So there is no point that fashion is dying. It is known for its trends. What is a trend? It's coming. It's a cycle. Bell bottoms, which I wear every day at Odissi. God, it's so purana.
Yeah.
My dad used to tell me कि अमिताभ बच्चन लग रही है.
Yeah.
Like so
Yeah.
because he used to wear it. It's a cycle and a cycle never stops. So fashion, styling, it never stop. Styling, it was not known before, but I think marketing, demand of the website because everything is going e-commerce, everything
Yeah.
is going online. So we need styling every single day.
Yeah. And we
I
need RiffScript for e-commerce.
we do, and you're gonna help me through it
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I just got into it, so you're gonna guide me through it.
Definitely.
So I think the future is bright,
Mm.
and I am the light. So I just okay. You told me not to say any jokes, but I just did. Okay, yeah. So the future is bright. It's not gonna end. It's a cycle. Cycle never ends. Fashion is not gonna end, and styling is not gonna end. If anything, it's only gonna expand and expand. When it comes to metaverse, that we have seen, they have literally outfits online, which you are also not gonna wear it. The people inside the metaverse
Are gonna wear it.
are gonna wear it. So fashion is going beyond our minds.
Yeah.
I still don't understand. I'm still gathering. I think maybe your podcast will help me. Do you have any metaverse podcast?
We are going to do
You're
that
going
soon.
to do it? Yes, I'm sorted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's going beyond our minds. So I think I cannot have an answer if fashion is gonna last. Like, what is the future of fashion? I think future is fashion, and it is showing me that there is future by fashion. So yeah, very philosophical, but I think it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What an entertaining episode.
Entertaining.
So all those thank you. First of all, thank you, Jinkle, for joining us today.
Thank you for asking me to be
I am
here.
quite enlightened by the conversation that we had. मुझे नहीं पता था सच में कि मुझे हमेशा से लगता था कि कलर कॉम्बिनेशन हो गया तो दैट्स अबाउट इट.
No.
बट आज मुझे बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला, तो थैंक यू फॉर दैट. और मुझे बहुत सारे टर्मिनोलॉजीज अभी याद रखने पड़ेंगे. सो आई हैव टू लिसन टू दिस एपिसोड
I
अगेन
have
एंड अगेन.
notes for you, but I think yes, you have to listen to the podcast.
Yeah. And to all those who are listening to this or watching this episode, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this episode. Make sure you share this episode with as many people as possible. और फॉलो करिए जिंकल भट्ट फैशन का पेज.
Oh yes, please. I just created it.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
she's really good with her styling. She's really good with designing the page as well. And she's really good in video editing and photo editing as well.
Oh, that's. I think every kid right now knows how to make reels. So I'm just the older one.
Yeah. So you might get quite high quality content over there. So must follow her.
Yeah.
And if you have any work related fashion and styling, she's the one to approach. Thanks to all the viewers and listeners who have been here till here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever or wherever you are watching or listening to this. Bye bye.
Bye.